Hey, welcome out to the Death Battle Cast for the first time ever live, kind of, sort of, but not really, from Austin.
Yeah.
We made it.
We did.
We survived the trip.
Most of us.
Yeah.
Well, we don't talk about that.
We didn't make it.
I mean,
we don't talk about
Nick's
that.
not here. So.
That's true.
Jocelyn lost her hair, but it's grown
We
back
got it back.
already.
We got it back.
Yeah.
We got her some clothes. She's
Yeah.
not naked anymore.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
rough
that was
for a
good.
while there, though. But anyway, I'm Ben. I play Wiz on Death Battle.
I'm Sam. I write some of the death battles, specifically
sorry.
this one.
I'm the 3D animator for Death Battle.
I'm Chad. I play Boomstick.
And before we get started, I do want to say that this episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make your next move, Squarespace. We love them.
You put some extra pizzazz on that
Yeah,
one,
I
Chad.
mean,
Good
it needs
job.
some pizzazz.
Squarespace.
We'll have some more information about what you can get from Squarespace later on. But we're just excited to be here.
Yeah.
Because this is a temporary set right now. We are getting a brand spanking new Death Battle Cast set made. It should be done.
Eventually. There's a
one
lot.
of these
There's a
days.
lot going on right now. So they're like, oh yeah, well, we'll put you on the spec set for now. I'm like, sure. We just need a place to go live from,
Yeah.
and it's already like way better than what we're used to. Like, look at
Yeah.
the lighting. It's
I
so
know.
good.
Yeah,
I do like this better than our concrete table.
And just looking at the cameras and stuff, like most days I'm like, we're red today. Like now it's just like, that's kind of what I look like, and it's like a mirror. My God.
It looks realistic.
Yeah.
It's good.
Wow, the
That's
graphics are so good.
Like, there's more than 2 lights. It's incredible, really. Like, I mean,
I know. Right when we got here, a guy came up to us and he's like, how do you want your lighting? And I was like, on.
it's like,
You know?
that's how we've done it. At the
Also, we have beer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
I
know.
stole
Surprise.
We stole this from Achievement Hunter.
Yeah, I guess we don't have beer, but Achievement Hunter had plenty, so now we have some too.
Their set is a bar, and it has working beer taps. So you know.
Right over there.
Did
might
you
as
see
right.
they have the dog that Hitler painted from Always Sunny over there? That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I know Always Sunny was a big inspiration
Yeah,
for when they
yeah.
put together the off-topic set. But
Yeah.
hey, there's one other big thing that I'm really excited about,
yeah?
talking about now that we're recording from Austin, and that is that Brian is back. Brian is actually running the board. Yeah, there he is. Look,
Yeah.
I love you, Brian.
We missed you for like what, 2 months? No, for a long time because then you joined
what?
Game Attack. Then like we haven't been hanging out with Brian forever. The Game Attack split, man.
I got new shoes just for you.
Because I was thinking, like, I still just been working with him every
Well-
week for, a while, but
ruining
you forgot about, you couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, after you went to Game
Yeah,
Attack, I
yeah.
just forgot about him.
Yeah.
Who is that bearded man that I worked with for
I
a
feel like It
decade?
was important in my life.
At some point, but now he's back.
Did you hear?
It's lovable.
Yeah, and did you hear Torian? He kind of threw that in. You bought new shoes for him? How the hell does that work?
I brought new shoes for him, for me. For me, for him.
Okay, you bought yourself new shoes
Yeah.
for Brian somehow.
So I can get Brian's opinion on them. Because
You
That
wait,
seems- yeah.
You're supposed to get the opinion before you buy new shoes.
oh no, I already like them. I just want him to like them as well.
Yeah.
What
we just
if you-
needed,
You bought validation shoes?
reaffirmment.
Did you
Yeah.
get an opinion from him? What did you think?
I don't, we'll talk about it.
Brian, can you give us a thumbs up or thumbs down?
On shoes?
have
I don't
you
know if you've
seen
seen my
his
shoes today.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, see? Brian
there we
knows
go.
something. He'll never catch me
I
slipping.
feel like we're drastically off topic.
Well, I mean, that's what we do.
Already.
But as usual, you can always interact with the show by using that hashtag DeathBattleCast to send us
that.
questions. We answer them at the end of every single show. And we also have a community death battle every single week where we come up with some random stupid idea for a potential death battle and we hand it to you guys to come up with answers. And then we read them here and decide on a victor.
This week's was super stupid.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, well, we actually had
Awesome.
2 community death battles.
I'm so
and we
excited.
have answers for both of them. So the first one was Scooby Doo versus Blue from Blue's Clues.
Right.
I don't even remember how we got to that.
Well, you guys started with like, we should have Zordon versus Face.
Well, that's
from Nick Jr.
Oh,
Remember
it's Nick
that?
Jr. Because
That's right.
It always goes
Yeah.
to the fucking Blue's Clues.
The second one is Face versus Zordon, but we'll get to that. So the first, we have some answers for Scooby Doo. Let's go ahead and bring those up.
All right, Spork Slayer. Scooby-Doo can unhinge his jaw and eat an entire sandwich about as big as him in a single bite. He could just eat Blue.
Oh my God.
Dude, it kind of looks like blood. It's like the sandwich
It
is
does look like
bleeding.
blood.
Like,
You stretched too far.
You
man,
could easily Photoshop Blue into that, and you wouldn't even have to remove the whole image. Just the
what-
sandwich.
what the hell's going on with Shaggy's tongue there?
It's as big as his lower jaw.
You need to go to
Also,
a doctor.
these guys have no clue how to savor a meal.
They really
like,
don't.
Yeah, no.
At all.
It's the whole
thing.
point.
For them, it's about the consumption. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but you can savor consumption of anything.
But all right, Malcolm
Someone's
Joestar
wrong.
says, yeah, here's why Scooby-Doo would win. If we're going with composite Scooby-Doo, then Scooby-Doo wins, no doubt. Thanks to the show, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue, which introduced Scooby Snack. Wait, snakes?
Snacks.
No,
Snakes?
That said Scooby Snakes, all right?
Scooby Snakes.
Scooby Snakes with nanotechnology
Snake?
and gave Scooby abilities every time he eat them, including super intelligence, super strength, super speed, transformation into a panther,
What?
gain large bat wings for slight. Hold on. Pause for a moment. Is he supposed to be eating super? Hold on. Is he eating Scooby Snacks or Scooby Snakes?
No, they're Scooby snakes that are these microbiotic organisms. They're tiny snakes, right?
but-
Tiny microbiotic snakes.
But yeah, this needs to go on
Nano
pause
snakes.
if you want to come back to us real quick. Because I need. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt, like maybe it is snakes. Who knows? It's Scooby-Doo. But
Until he
then
got the power of flight.
The power of
No,
slight.
power of slight.
With
Sorry.
bat wings. So does he get bat wings and then he just goes around dissing people like crazy?
No. It's the power of like sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay.
picking pockets
Slight,
and stuff.
just-
With his bat wing.
Slight anything.
Like close-up magic?
It's so distracting. I mean, if I saw a Great Dane sprout bat wings, the last thing I'm doing is being like, oh, where's my wallet right now?
gonna
No,
sprout-
I'm like, look at what the fuck? That dog just ate a snake and grew wings.
He's gonna sprout bat wings and
That's
like,
actually,
is
that's
this
how
your card?
hippogriffs happen, or actually chimeras, more like it.
That's how hippogriffs happen.
Chimeras, they got the snake tail. It's just what happens. He starts to poop it out, gets stuck, and he's a
Ah.
chimera.
I thought that
He's
was
got
good.
bat
It's like a
wings,
caddy,
close.
right? String, right?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
What? Oh, sh-
Ew, let's
You
go
take
back
it.
to, all right, let's go
Fine.
back to the
Cat
answer.
I'll
to the
finish
back.
reading
It's
it.
a little too far, I guess.
Bat wings of slight. All right, the ability to shapeshift into anything he touches and the ability to multiply an infinite number of times. However, now they're snacks. Damn it. These snacks last up to 2 minutes, but Scoobs can always chomp down on some more. However, the coolest ability Scooby gets is that he can turn into a giant Scooby mech or a giant building-sized
that,
monster. So overall, if we're going composite, then Scooby and his snacks would easily win.
Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue is the show. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there's nothing too different from that show other than
I mean,
This
clearly, that
crazy
sounds
stuff.
pretty fucking different, man.
I've seen
So
I've
sure.
seen the mech thing. I
got-
didn't see the context to it, but I did see a clip when he was either in a mech or a mech, and they were fighting something.
Okay.
So,
So I mean, Scooby's got a pretty good arsenal instead of
Yeah.
feats. I
If
would
he's
say.
got Scooby snakes laying around.
Scooby snakes. He just
of these motherfucking Scooby snakes.
We also saw a YouTube clip I think somebody sent of him fighting a samurai or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And he's
Oh,
in
yeah,
full
yeah.
samurai gear, and he wins by breaking the samurai's sword.
Which, how does a dog hold a sword?
He grows thumbs whenever he eats Scooby snakes.
Every time Scooby needs to hold something, he just grows thumbs.
That's the thing about Scooby-Doo is occasionally it's not a mystery and the guy in a mask. It's just an evil samurai. That
real
one was
ghost.
just like, it was just demon magic. Like there wasn't really a big surprise at the end of that
Like
one.
the friggin' movie.
Yeah,
All
well,
the
like he
monsters
broke
run
the
around.
sword and like then lightning came from the sky and
Yeah.
the samurai dissipated. Like that's
Yeah.
just not an old dude in a mask. Like that's
Most
just
of
an
the-
evil demon samurai.
Most of the
That's way it
modern
works.
Scooby-Doo stuff is that. Like
Yeah.
they strayed away from it's a person in a mask to where like they're fighting some wizardry, some people, aliens that came outer space.
Yeah.
And it's up to the mystery
I guess you
crew.
can only do I would have gotten away with it too.
Yeah.
So many times before
Right.
people start saying,
It's just gonna be a guy.
but it's just that guy.
Like they even go
they
so
met
far
earlier in the episode.
Yeah, even go so far as some of the jokes where they try to like rip off the alien's head or
Yeah.
something. So
It's always the groundskeeper. That's who it always is. It's like,
Groundskeeper
yeah.
Billy.
Yeah, exactly. He's
Yeah.
always the one. But no, I thought the big one that first did that wasn't it Scooby-Doo on Monster Island. That was the first one. Where it was like zombies that are real.
I think so.
I don't know. I don't watch like a ton of it, but I remember that came
There's
out.
one
and had
that was like-
soundtrack.
There's one that he goes into like a computer and it's all cyberspace. That's definitely not some guy in a mask.
Matrix?
Yeah, it's something like
Pretty
that. He
much.
goes into a
Into the
video game.
Matrix.
Scooby-Doo got weird.
Definitely.
But he's got a plenty in this battle. Let's see what Blue has.
All right.
My man Steve.
Coda Fox. Blue is able to bend reality via Blue Skidoo and solves and creates mysteries without human assistance, unlike Scooby.
That's
All right.
true.
Touche.
point.
And then Austin, that's right. Okay, Austin got super passionate about this and
Yeah,
wanted
but-
to throw in his own.
Austin is the
So-
one who typically puts the stuff together for us.
Yes. So,
Real Talk Blue's a girl though. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
so playing devil's advocate here for my girl Blue. Blue has the ability / charm to completely enslave people to do her bidding. Steve, the children, the household objects, and sometimes even you try to solve her puzzles every week so that we can learn what she wants us to do. Imagine if your roommate tried to pull that shit on you. All right. Add in access to the thinking chair, which has a 100% success rate of giving the solution to any problem after 2 stupid answers. And the fact that Blue can skidoo, but Scoob can't too. And I think she has this.
Okay, real quick though, I am gonna say, like, it's a good argument, but I'm really disappointed because he said my girl Blue. Like, you could have just actually said my bitch Blue and been like completely correct.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because
Threw away your
I
opportunity.
wonder why is
Austin.
it a girl? Did they not want to? They probably just wanted to avoid the whole dog penis thing in the cartoon. Anyway.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
They didn't want to draw
Because
it.
that's such a rampant problem with all the other male dogs we see in cartoons.
It's
I hate that. You know, every
Animals
time
in cartoons. I mean, every
think
time Sonic's
cartoon
running around,
dogs,
it's just
like,
whacking all over the place.
yeah.
Oh god.
Like they're gonna draw a dick on it, like this guy's.
You know, it's really awkward. For every time I remember when
You get
Scooby
that,
would
you
jump
get that
into Shaggy's
passionate
arms.
animator, and he's like, I gotta be right. This is what they taught me.
It's not a cartoon on Nat Geo, man.
Is that what you would have done if you were animating Scooby?
Maybe
Or
I would have did
animating?
it once and then realized it's probably not.
Especially when they're
not
like
right.
hanging out with hot girls all the time, like Velma.
Oh man.
Dude, now
I
you're
don't know,
getting.
It's gonna be good.
I mean, the dog is rather sentient. He's got to know the difference, but.
And that movie when he like the CG Scooby, he has a penis in that.
No, he doesn't.
Oh yes he does. You gotta watch it again.
Is there anything for just the face now? Before we get into
Oh yeah.
the dark
Okay.
side
There is
story?
the bonus death battle that is Face versus Zordon,
Oh.
and we have one big argument, I believe. So let's bring that up.
Oh God.
Oh,
no,
we
there's
actually have 3.
All right, Ben, Reed, you're closer.
Okay. So from Chris Avery, from what I remember,
Avery.
is that Avery?
It's okay.
Overy,
Snake.
from Chris Overy, from what I remember, Face is omnipresent, omnipotent, cosmic entity that summons and projects matter. Zordon has no chance.
Fair.
From Matthew
Almond.
Allman. So you can read this better than
Apparently I can.
Nick Jr. Face has agrokinesis, which is like controlling plants, right?
Yeah.
Zordon is just a face in a tube. And then Eric Morrison says, been frozen in ice, can summon Nick Jr. characters at whim, drinks himself,
Oh yeah.
and became the freaking sky. Face is God.
He didn't
I
drink
mean-
it. I remember him drinking himself. It's like he was
Yeah, it's like a straw, right?
yeah.
What if Face becomes Zordon? Like he becomes the liquid in Zordon's tube, and then he's just Zordon from then on.
drinks
just drowns him
Zordon?
out. Yeah, he drinks Zordon.
Stop, Rita. I don't know. I think you'd lose your mind.
I think Face wins.
I'm pretty sure that's how it ends. He becomes the new Zordon.
Comes
Yeah.
right on.
And then what about Scooby in Blue?
Dude, I think I'm gonna have to go. Like, the Blue Skidoo thing would be good. I think for Blue escaping, and like
No,
it might
but
be kind of.
Blue can solve the answer to anything.
But
But it
yeah, but
needs 2
he needs
answers.
time.
Exactly, and here's
And a
my
song,
point.
right?
He needs time, possibly a song. Scooby and Shaggy get nothing done quick.
They don't.
That's
It's
true.
not like he's rolling up in there just like, one shot kills. Like, nah, he's gonna like trip and then like the snakes are gonna get away and he's gonna have to chase them down. It's gonna take him a while.
I guess it depends how long it takes Shaggy to think about giving Scooby a Scooby snack, or Scooby to think about
So
giving
it's
Scooby snack.
just how high are they at the time?
Yeah, pretty much.
And if they're going, if they know it's coming up, they're gonna be.
I mean, okay, we are just doing Scooby versus Blue. It's not Shaggy
It's
and
not
Scooby.
Shaggy Scooby.
okay,
So
so still, Scooby himself is even worse then.
Is he? Because Scooby wants the snacks. Like, if he has the snacks himself, what's stopping him from just eating them? Wouldn't he just eat them all at once and become super Scooby?
What's
Like-
Probably.
Well, even if he eats the snacks and he get all his powers, Blue Skidoo would just fuck all that up. Like,
Well, how? He'll just jump into a picture. I mean, I guess
they-
he could
they can,
bring
like-
he could bring Scooby into the world with him, but it seems voluntary. I don't remember Blue ever being like Blue Skidoo and like we don't want to, and then they get sucked in, and Blue's like, ah, you're here, solve the puzzle.
Yeah, but then he can just run away until the Scooby snakes have left Scooby's body.
snakes.
How long? Is there a time limit?
Yeah, that's
How
what he
long
said.
do they
It
last?
only lasts
Oh,
for
that's
2
right, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So he has to eat more.
So he can just bail for 2 minutes.
That's
But
true.
also,
he has a method of escape.
man, it'd be really fucked up. But the guy's point on like the fact that he can unhinge his jaw and he can just eat Blue, which is some weird fucked up dog cannibalism shit going down. But like,
Blue
doesn't
can
need-
Eh,
Wait, Blue
dogs
can
worry about
escape. She
cannibalism.
just jumps. She jumps through the book and she just appears anywhere she wants to in the world.
Eventually, she's got to
Anywhere
show
in the
back up,
world?
though.
Yeah,
So
you
could
go
she
in the-
appear inside of Scooby and just he blows up from the inside?
Maybe.
Scooby ate-
It's more so like a
don't
location
suppose that
thing, because
works.
they'll be like, here's the thing that's happening in Alaska, and she'll just jump through the book, and then she'll be in Alaska.
Yeah, I think she could just skidoo out of there.
Yeah.
Anyways,
She
so.
can just go wherever she wants.
I just don't know how Blue would kill Scooby.
But also, Scooby is a cartoon, therefore a drawing. So Blue could probably skidoo into Scooby.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I
that's
was
gonna-
about to say that applies the same, but it doesn't because Steve's real. So you're
Yeah.
right. Mmm.
But I don't know. I never saw Blue's Clues. but
Going
does
with
she ever
Blue.
like go into
Blue.
the?
I'm gonna go with
So we're
Blue
doing,
too,
like,
because they
couch
draw
like that?
cartoons in her cartoon.
Blue, why would she
So-
need to skidoo?
Oh, and then she can go into those.
Yeah. And they come to life. Like she can draw sentient cartoons.
Okay, so you guys are going with Blue.
I'm going Blue.
It's
She
just too
essentially-
many cartoon physics that she got.
Dude, I'm not happy about it because I loved Scooby Doo as a kid. So going with Blue sucks, but I'm going Blue.
What do you think, Chad?
If Blue could get Scooby into one of her little hammer space worlds, like she could probably kill him because if she could control, like, yeah, she animates a picture to do whatever she wants. So I guess.
Well, then
that
she
work.
could just draw a giant mech warrior too,
Yeah.
just a bigger one.
But if for any
Scooby
reason,
Doo
like
had it.
you know, it's like
Maybe
bloodlust
even erase him
Scooby
out of existence.
right out the gate. Scooby could, I think. Kill
Well,
him.
I'm gonna cast my vote for Scooby, just because I
So-
think he's got more ways to finish the fight and take her out in a quicker manner, either by eating her or with a Scooby snack and having all these crazy powers.
Scooby Snake.
So a Scooby Snake. Yeah,
Scooby
he's just
Snake.
got more available that could actually be deadly, I guess. And that's why I'm gonna cast my vote for Scooby, even though you guys are all Blue.
Fine.
So
Well, you lose.
I guess I lose. Blue wins.
There you go.
All right.
By the way, Rooster Teeth broadcast team, welcome to What We Do.
Yeah.
Isn't it great? We debate
dorks.
this stuff for real all the time.
I feel like
Oh, thanks. Oh, look at that.
Oh, there's
We've never
like a
had a
nice round of
standing
applause.
ovation before on the
Yeah.
cast.
I feel like since we have Brian, we need to get like distinguishing, you know, I don't want to say body parts, but other characteristics of these other people, so we can call them beard and then like chin and then you know hair. Like so we have a whole onslaught, so the entire crew can
Sideburns.
be
You know,
part
or
of our work here.
or names. That's what they're
Names
there
are
for.
fine.
But
Yeah, we'll probably have to go names. won't we?
yeah, that'd probably be a lot better.
Unless somebody wants to
more
be the chin.
sensitive.
If you guys got
wants
the
my
chin.
chin?
From the Fairly Odd Parents, the Crimson Chin.
I haven't watched. You are really big. Oh yeah, you have a child. Yeah. That's why you. I assume that's why you've watched this.
or you watch Fairly Odd Parents on your own time.
That cartoon's the shit. Fucking Crimson Chin, he's stronger than Superman.
What? Okay.
Wow.
What?
All right.
Wild
Throwing that
claims
out
coming
there.
up.
Oh God.
Can that be your community battle this week? Crimson Chin v
Yes!
Superman.
Yes!
Or-
Oh, please, yes!
Or
Oh, please, yes.
wait about instead of Superman. Who's the guy from Ren and Stimpy? Cinnamon Toast Crunch Man.
Cinnamon.
Something like
Cinnamon Toast
that.
Crunch Man.
Hold on.
He's Cinnamon Toast Man, right?
You added one more word in there that makes it a whole different thing.
Well, okay.
Is it just Cinnamon Man or Crunch
It's
Man?
Cinnamon Toast Man, right?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. So whatever.
You don't remember the dude? He's like super strong and he's like a cinnamon. He's like a.
Say Cinnamon Toast is ahead, right? It can broadcast as anyone.
French toast.
Someone has to know. We're not smart. We need you smart people. This is
I can't remember his name, but it's not Cinnamon Toast Crunch
Cinnamon
Man because
Toast
that's a cereal.
Crunch Man.
Sure. I mean, I can look them up while you talk about Squarespace.
Okay,
or
okay.
whatever.
Cinnamon Toast Man.
I could. All right, cool. Well, what?
Powdered Toast Man.
Powdered Toast Man.
Powdered
We got it.
Even better.
God, these guys are wonderful.
Powder Toast Man.
I know. Now, you know, those characters is very loved. Some
What does he
people-
look like?
I'm
He's
pulling it
a
up.
big
Go
hulking
ahead.
dude, and
You'd
his
think.
face is just toast. All right? I'm not making it up. That's what it is. And you know what?
I'm
Maybe
so entertained by this.
if you
I'm
like,
sorry.
if you like
Pull
the
it up
character
after.
so much, Torian, you might be able to go make your own website about him by using Squarespace. So whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make your next move with Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform and lets you create a beautiful website or online store with an award-winning template. It's easy to use. There's nothing to install, patch, or update ever. Are you okay?
He's getting a-
All right, got it. Cool.
Another beer.
Yep, it's faster than Torian can get his beer. So on any.
You guys breaking stuff?
On top of that, their customer service
fine.
is
I didn't know there was
award-winning,
one right
and they
there.
have 24/7 support. So if you were to drop something like a beer,
I didn't drop. Why you
whatever the website version of a beer is, if you were to drop that, you could call their awesome support, and they'd take care of that for you. Squarespace is versatile and used by tons of people, ranging from musicians to restaurant owners. We want you to check it out. All right, so start your free trial today at squarespace.com and enter the offer code DEATHBATTLE to get 10% off your first purchase. Squarespace is one of the earliest supporters of Death Battle. That's right, they were early on. And so
7, I think, of Death Battle.
Yeah.
The first one.
So if you've got an idea for a website or domain, go check them out. That's squarespace.com and use the promo code DeathBattle. Thanks, Squarespace.
All right.
There you go.
What was
You?
My go-to was Near Shot.
Yeah? Was it?
That was
what was
me.
the Toast
Yeah,
Man?
Oh, it was you?
I'm just worried it'll blow
there
up
he
now.
is.
There he is.
We got it. Cinnamon Toast Man.
He's just two.
Or
Toast.
Powdered Toast Man, yeah.
That's so good. Why is he two pieces of toast?
Don't worry about it. Because he's like his.
Is it a face on the other
no,
side?
his head is like a toaster. Okay. Or his shoulders are like a toaster. His toast coming up out. But let me tell you about it. I believe in the Genesis game, you could play as him in the bonus rounds, and it was like you flew through the city or something like that. It's been
Wait,
a while.
he had a
He had a
game?
video game?
No, but
Ren
Ren
and
and
Stimpy
Stimpy had a game.
Oh, okay.
And he was like
He's
the
like, "Go play
bonus
this right
level.
now."
If he was the bonus level, you know,
Gotcha.
like Sonic had that weird 3D thing where you ran around and tried to collect Chaos Emerald. Ren and Stimpy had Powdered Toast Man.
Makes sense.
Toast Man. Okay, powdered toast.
I hate to disappoint you. It's not a face on the other side.
You
Though that
open-
would, I
Will
feel.
you open that for me?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if
Check it out.
like there's a lot going on with Powdered
pretty
Toast
cool.
Man to
I
go
was
against
just-
the Crimson Chin because Fairly Odd Parents been on for years, so there's probably a ton of.
I was just worried it would, explode because I just dropped it on the ground, so I didn't want to do it. So I gave it to you.
It would have blown up in his face.
It would have been awesome. He did it so willingly. I was like, "You want to open this?" He's like, "Oh, he just doesn't know how to open a bottle." Like, I can't believe you thought I didn't know how to open a fucking bottle.
Well, I thought you didn't know how
What
to
a
use
lie.
this really awesome bullet bottle opener.
No, I understand
right.
the like a fulcrum and leverage and shit. I've got that down.
All right, well, I'm going to get my beer, too.
Go for it. And speaking of superheroes, like Powdered Toast Man or whatever.
Or like me opening that beer.
Sure. We just released a preview for our next combatant in Death Battle, Captain Marvel, which you've been working on, Sam.
Yes, I
as
have a
project
lot.
lead.
Mrs. Carol Danvers. She is a
Yep.
she
I have a
is a
poster on my wall.
superhero. You do?
Yeah.
She's pretty dope. I really like what they've done with her character lately.
I didn't realize how many different forms.
She's been a
forms,
character.
like,
Not forms,
Yeah.
but like different characters
Iterations.
she's been. Yeah.
iterations. Yeah,
She's been a character for several decades at this point.
Yeah.
But they didn't
It's
really
been-
know what to.
It's been a little while because obviously, like, I did all the research, like, probably about a month ago now. I think 67 was like 1967 was when her origin was. I could be a little off on that one, but
Well, like her most
like
famous
she's pretty
thing.
old.
Yeah,
as far
her
as
most
characters go.
famous thing before becoming Captain Marvel, I think, was just the fact that Rogue stole her powers
Yeah.
and left her in a coma for the
Rogue
longest
star-
time.
her-
And then
her
Rogue got
powers.
super
Yeah.
badass.
Oh, I thought
That's
she
why-
stole Miss Marvel's powers.
Yeah, it's the same character.
Oh, okay.
In the X-Men cartoon,
Yes.
Rogue's flying around and she's got super strength. That's all Miss Marvel's powers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's kind of funny because in that time period, she comes back as binary and runs into Rogue, and this is when she still assumed Rogue was bad at the time because they meet up at the X-Men's mansion and stuff. And when she's binary, she hits Rogue. Like one punch and just sends her into space. Like, it's really like comical that age, the silver era of comics kind of style, where she just hits her and Rogue's just like.
That's some payback right
I
there.
first seen Captain Marvel in that X-Men, that Iron Man anime.
Oh, yeah?
That Japan did, because that like when they're fighting or whatever, Hulk comes out and then here comes this like red and blue lady
the
with
one
like a
against-
crazy mohawk. and I was like,
yeah,
who
yeah.
the fuck is this? It's
Yeah.
great.
It's really weird because her hair's not like that, but then her suit goes up and it's like a dinosaur that has the
Oh,
thing
is
when
that
it
what
gets
it is?
aggressive. It comes like it's
Oh,
weird.
really? That's
'Cause She's
cool.
not actually. Her hair isn't like she doesn't have a mohawk.
I
She's
thought
got
like it was like a
normal,
storm
like,
thing where
shoulder length
sometimes
hair.
she had the mohawk.
No, she's got like shoulder length hair, and then her suit comes up, and the hair comes like out of it for
That's
some
so
reason. I don't
sick.
know.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
that's probably why they did it. They didn't think much of it. They were just like, "That's cool." Like
She just became Captain Marvel like what, 5-6 years ago or whatever, and she's
I think
already
it's
had.
the 2012 Avengers is where she becomes Captain Marvel.
She's already had 3 or 4 different appearances, right? She's got the mohawk,
She had-
the long hair, the
yeah.
short crop, that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah. Well, and she kind of switches too, because she doesn't always put it up. It's more so like she does the mohawk thing when she's flying through space and stuff. Seems to be more so,
Yeah,
or
it's
when she's
aerodynamic,
worried
right?
about her identity and stuff. But whenever she's not, because it's like she's one of the superheroes where she's not like too worried about secret identity kind of stuff for the most part.
She's like,
She
I'm
doesn't
Carol
wear a mask.
Danvers, bitch.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do
Yeah.
about it? Nothing.
in some iterations. Back in Miss Marvel days, it was certainly different, but now it's
This is a character that I really didn't know that much about. Like I've always I knew of Miss Marvel, but
Yeah.
like, I never really read stuff that she was in. She just appear in other comics and stuff, and I was like,
she's
all right, like-
she lives in the Statue of Liberty.
really?
Yeah,
I
it's
did know
really-
that.
yeah, it's
I did know
really-
that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like up in the Torch or where? In the Crown, where the
think it's in the
Ghostbusters
Crown.
piloted
It's
it
in
with
the
an
Crown.
NES
Yeah.
I'm pretty
advantage?
sure because they don't really show like here's a schematic of her house, but like when you're in her house, you see these windows that you assume is like the Crown kind of. I assume it's the Crown. Like they don't make a huge deal about it.
Now I'm just picturing the Ghostbusters piloting the Statue of Liberty,
Yeah.
and she leans out the window like, What are you doing?
Oh, you need to break through the slime? I can do that. Yeah, no problem.
This is my house. You gotta move it back. They just leave it in the city. Like, now I gotta pay rent in downtown New York. It's way more expensive here.
Is she cooler than Wonder Woman? Like just straight up, just cool.
It just depends on the iteration of it, and especially to this generation, like in I think it's the Captain Marvel 2014, like that. It's just like it's Captain Marvel, it's a self-titled series. She's on like a planet, right? And these guys are the it's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So you should meet up with those, like the bad guys of the galaxy, essentially the Empire. What is the Empire? I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Is like, hey, we're looking for some people, and then they're clearly the people. And then she does the classic, like, these are not the droids you're looking for. And the guys are like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then she's like, thought I'd give it a try, and she just punches him. Like, that's pretty sweet. Like,
Yeah,
it's
she's a
sweet.
Star Wars fan, right?
Yeah, she's a huge Star
She
Wars
has an
fan.
alien
Like,
dog
she makes,
named Chewie.
Yeah,
Or
a
cat.
cat. It's not actually a cat, but
It's an alien cat
Okay.
yeah.
I'm learning.
who has like
Cat
Chewbacca's
would that
face.
would actually it's the cat is actually probably like a bigger thing of can destroy the world. Like the cat's like a super weapon.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
But that's very
Surprise,
recent.
spoilers,
Yeah,
twist,
that's very
or
recent.
whatever.
It's not that big of a spoilers. It's funny because Rocket Raccoon finds out. He tries to like kill her cat. And she's like, "Where the fuck are you trying to kill my cat?" And he's like, "It's a Falcon." And then she's like, "What are you talking about?"
They had like a little Alf mini episodes?
Kind of.
So she
was
doesn't
like,
know how
remember
powerful
Al?
the cat is?
Well, she didn't know it was a Falcon. She thought it was a cat.
okay.
And then it turns out Rocket was right, and it is like this Falcon thing, and they have like an interdimensional portal inside of their stomach, so the cat can teleport her anywhere in the dimension kind of stuff.
By
And,
eating
like,
her?
Well, the cat can do it herself. But yeah,
Okay.
they start doing
All
it. One of the other people figures out her and the cat.
That's cool.
And the
I want
cat's-
to transport
alright.
cat.
And that's like kind of part of this, like
teleporting cat?
the 2014 series. Like, there's like 3 episodes that are like different pirates and people trying to steal and kill her cat.
That's way cooler.
then
My
she's
cat
like,
just
yeah.
pisses on things and scratches my furniture.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Her like the Captain Marvel comics, the 2012 and 2014 ones are really good. They're totally worth reading, and it's not like a super long endeavor to do it either.
All right.
Well, she's going to be fighting Android 18, and that episode comes out
Next
week.
Next week.
Yeah,
Or just a couple
excited.
days if you're first members, because this is airing in our new time slot
that's true.
Yeah.
We haven't even mentioned that. We're on Fridays now.
at 4 p.m.
We
when
mentioned
you're
it last
watching
week.
this live. If you are, if not, try that next time.
Sure. I went to it and it didn't work.
Just give it a shot. Try
Yeah,
it. It
better-
might not
better
work,
luck.
but I don't know.
You become a first member by clicking that link in the description below and starting a 30-day free trial.
There we go. There's the plug.
That's good. Good plug, Chad.
Thanks.
I've seen a couple people asking why Android 18 versus Captain Marvel, because both characters have had a lot of different requests. There's never been like a one standout request for a matchup for Android 18 or one standout request for Captain Marvel.
Right.
This one appealed to me in particular, not just because they're blonde, but because they have a very similar power set where they fly around at like really high speed.
Super strong.
They're super strong, they're super fast, they have energy, projectiles, and they absorb energy.
Right.
And I was really curious. For one thing, I thought, oh, that's going to be a really cool fight. Like, that's going to be just fun to watch. But on the second part, I thought, well, that'll be interesting. Like, who can absorb more energy? We could
Yeah,
find that out. Who could output more energy? We could find that out, like that kind of thing. And that's why this is a death battle. And I think it's going to be really fun. It's being animated by Zach Watkins, who worked
Zach's
with
awesome.
us.
Yep.
He worked with us not
long
last
time.
year, but the year before that. He's a returning animator.
He animated a couple of death battles for us.
He just did
a handful.
Doomsday Brawley, right?
He just did the Doomsday Brawley
DBX.
DBX, and I think his last death battle was Green Arrow versus Hawkeye,
Hawkeye?
which
Yeah.
was a while ago, but that one's really fun. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you guys.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of the animation
Yes.
Yeah.
last week
Yeah,
when
I
it
mean,
came in through your.
Did you see?
You pulled it up on your computer, and we're in our new office. Like I can see like right where Ben is, so I see it pop up, and I'm just kind of like. Just gonna like watch it over. It looks good, man. Let me tell you
I
what.
posted a little bit on the Screwtech Twitter.
That's right.
So you should check
Did you
that out.
see
It's a
what
little
he
tease.
sent over yesterday? Oh, it looks good. The whole thing looks really good.
Yeah, what's really cool too is
Yeah.
we've been doing a lot of work with this custom sprite artist Jerky, Hyper Jerky.
Yeah.
So like,
Longtime G1 member too.
Yeah. And so he has been like brought into the fold of the animators, and so like all the animators have like started to use like oh thank God, like I've always wanted to do like little things with sprites that just don't allow, and so he's done a really good job like helping like the animators take their animation to the next level. And like you were pointing out a couple of things in Android 18 versus Captain Marvel that you were just like this right here, you pause it and be like, this is a custom sprite, that it's like an elongated sprite to help indicate motion, so it looks really good when it happens, but then when you pause it, it looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's that kind of extra level.
Yeah, but the way it works
it's
with
really
your
cool.
eye, you just buy it, and when you're seeing it, like it just helps that production value quality goes up, and you're just like, that looks so good.
Sprite animation in that way is not so different, I guess, from like hand-drawn animation, where the blend frames basically in between like motions.
Your brain pretty much fills that in.
In motion, it looks fine, but if you freeze frame it in the middle of a motion, it just looks bizarre as crap. Like, but it works. Like that's what you do in animation. The other thing that came out this past weekend is the latest Desk of Death Battle episode, also written by Sam.
He's just writing up a storm.
Just write a lot of
everything
stuff,
from you.
huh?
Clickety-clack,
This one is about the origin of Kryptonite. So Superman's greatest weakness. Where did it come from? Not Krypton. We know that.
Yeah.
But like,
It was his planet, and it didn't go well. So then it made it bad for him.
When I first
And that's
heard
the whole
that,
video.
I was like, that doesn't sound right. They would all just die. Like, what is this?
Wait,
Like,
what?
why are they super strong? Because before, I was under
Oh,
the
you didn't know it was
impression
the
that
irradiated
Kryptonite-
version of his planet from the explosion?
Yeah.
You thought it was
I
just they were.
thought they just had it like on their planet to keep themselves in check.
There's a couple
Like, you're
of-
bad, you go to jail. Your jail's like made of kryptonite. You can't get out of here.
It's the whole planet. It would be
The
everywhere.
I know,
whole
I'm just
planet
saying.
weakens
Like,
them. I mean, they don't have superpowers on Krypton.
Right, because they don't have yellow sun.
Yeah, they were red.
But yeah, it's because of the radiation.
yeah.
okay.
There's a couple different like versions of why Krypton explodes.
Yeah.
Some of them are because the Kryptonians are doing something weird with the
Yeah.
planet. Some of them are because Kryptonite is basically growing, like the inside of the planet is radiating and becoming Kryptonite, and then it blows
Yeah,
up.
and there's also some credence to the fact it's like a lot of people are like, that's stupid to have a rock that could kill you. It's like, yeah, but like we have radiated rocks. Like you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna go fuck with this uranium. Like, like it's like, you know, you'll die. Like it's not gonna do the
Why are
same
you
thing to
rubbing
you.
it on
but,
yourself?
like it's not good,
It's
right?
the
So-
uranium mass.
Uranium. It's
So-
Extra exfoliant.
not just a thing of
You
peel
know.
it off and peel off your fucking skin.
Yeah, exactly. It's fair enough, but there's also some interesting stuff, like because you know Superman's gone through like dozens of iterations, but Kryptonite, at least some of it makes sense. Like I think the original time I think is red Kryptonite came was because it passes through a gas cloud in space and it changes it and stuff. So that's kind of how they explain some of the other Kryptonites as well, the colors. Because if you didn't know, there's a lot of different colors of Kryptonite, plenty
are.
of them.
Yep.
Some of them have some interesting effects.
Yes, they
so
do,
go
like-
watch that episode.
Growing a third eye on the back of your head for some reason, or
That was weird. I had to watch the video again. It's like, what? What? Why?
Yeah.
yeah.
There are a couple that are like a little extra wild that were like super non-canon that we didn't use, but you can go look them up if you really want. We might do some later with them, but the craziest ones are certainly in there.
Yep.
And speaking of crazy, awkward things,
Oh, yes.
bring up our out of context comic book panel of the week.
My favorite part.
God, that was a solid segue.
It was. Whoa!
What? Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
There's not even text.
There's nothing to read. We don't need anything to read.
Riddick to Walter.
First, thank you, Riddick to Walter, because
Dude,
oh my
Robin
god.
does not look happy.
He doesn't. He's so scared.
Batman's pretty smug and
So scared.
Oh yeah, Batman's got that like lion like asserting its dominance over like
Oh,
Pride
no.
Rock fucking look, dude. He's just
Yeah.
like,
Batman's like, wait for it.
I'm kicking
God
shit.
damn it,
My bad.
Chad.
It's fine. I didn't break anything. I'm not achieving.
I'm
hunter.
not sure who's more full of Batman or Robin right now.
God.
Hey,
damn.
jokes. I do think they're playing an aggressive game of extreme teeter-totter, though.
Yeah, I
That
was gonna
would
say.
happen.
Yeah.
Like, are they on the playground just trying to smash some
He's
other
on the,
superheroes? Just
Some
like,
little kids on the other end.
like, I
All right,
can
Robin,
imagine
let's
them
show
just
these little
jumping.
bitches who can teeter.
I mean, maybe.
Robin either looks scared or he's just all game. He's ready. Like,
Robin should still be
He's-
in school anyway.
he's bracing himself. He got his little green underwear on.
He does look really angry.
He looks very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
like Batman's
Batman
in
isn't-
mid-stroke.
Like,
God.
You see his
this
forearm?
this yellow thing they're sitting on doesn't even go past Batman though, so he's really at the ass end of the
Yeah.
broad. thing.
He's
You gotta go for it or just stay on it.
You think he's just hooked in by Robin?
Oh, no. He has that Ron Jeremy form.
Well, it's the weird thing is, okay, why are Batman's knees up so high? Because Robin's aren't, and he doesn't need to have them up that high because he's not sitting on anything really. Like it's like
That's
his
a really good point.
That's true.
That's a really
he's
good
getting
point.
leverage. Like, I mean, I've taken that move. If he's got a knee down on the other side, that is a classic rifleman right there. Like,
Holy gambling grandma's Batman. There's not enough room on this teeter-totter. I've got an idea.
hooking. He's got the Gonzo nose. It's the all-new grappling hook.
Oh my God.
It's great.
The Gonzo.
That's the Bat-a-wing. Jokes. We should always drink beer while we're doing it.
That'll be the new tradition.
Oh, that might be one of the best out of context panels yet.
It's perfectly, I think that was 60s, maybe 70s. It's perfectly for that time where they're just like, oh no, it's the Joker's got another boner. Like, you know,
That's a real thing. In case you guys are all joking.
If you
That's
haven't,
real.
yeah, old Batman, they say boner all the time because it's like
A blunder or a mistake.
Yeah, but it's called a boner.
He made a boner.
It's a boner. All the time.
And we're immature people, so it's funny.
God, and you have to think because it's like, you know, late 60s and stuff. They knew dick was a slang word for male genitalia, right?
Yeah.
Yet they have so many panels where there's people that are like, "Where's dick? I need dick." Like, there's so many. Like, they're all over the place.
I mean,
And
just-
yes, on your point, Chad.
Oh, hey, here we go. There
Oh,
goes
oh.
Batman
Pulls
pulls
boner.
boner at own lecture.
Yeah.
What's
Callback.
up with that guy's face?
look at his.
He's got a unibrow and the biggest
square.
mouth I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
He is a
Except for Scooby's.
That guy is straight up a mobster. Like, you can see if he opens his mouth, it's gonna be some see shit. Like, that's all
Dude,
it
if he
is.
opens his mouth, a black hole might appear. Like, that's bigger than Mick Jagger.
This guy in the foreground has
In
eyes
his-
closed. How's he
That
even reading his
guy's
paper?
like his lips and mouth are from like ear to ear almost.
Yeah.
Is he on a phone? Like, why do you just have his face?
Yeah, there we go. Look.
There
Look
it
at
is,
in the
there it is.
unibrow, too.
Yeah,
Oh my
see?
God.
Oh,
Batman.
dude, guy in the background, though, he's biding his time. He's
Looks
like,
like
soon I'm going to betray you, motherfucker.
Wait, does he have like a priest collar on? Is he,
Check
is
it out
that
too,
back?
because this guy's smile lines are at like the back of his jaw.
Oh my God, they are.
Like when this
All he
guy,
needs is a twirly mustache, and then
I mean,
Oh, you
I'm
can
not,
Photoshop it because his hands are
I was
here.
just about to
That's
say that.
true.
Did the artist forget to draw the mustache?
I can't draw for shit, but if I was gonna draw a person, I would look at it and be like, that's not right. Like, I didn't do that well.
Oh my God. All right. Well, anyway.
I just want to say I'm already loving doing the podcast down here in
Yes.
Austin because this is great. They're pulling stuff
wonderful
up on
people.
the fly. Oh,
Thank you, Beard, and the rest of the broadcast team.
yeah, you guys are
And
awesome.
chin and eyebrows and whatever.
Oh, you make it sound like insult.
Well, we need to come up with names like Sam
Oh,
was
we
saying.
just-
They have names.
I don't know.
I
That
what-
bounced my
almost
cap
fell into
at
mine.
you.
That almost fell into my glass.
I get it.
That
That would've been cool.
Play quarters.
Oh, do it.
I'll defend it.
Oh, I didn't bounce at all that time.
Can you get in?
All right, whatever.
Bouncing. Now you're littering.
I'll get it. I'll pick it up. I will.
The things you put Beard and broadcast through.
Anyway, hey guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Some cool stuff happened this past week or whatever.
Chad, open my beer.
Did it?
I gotta pull up
Excuse
the
me?
news stories.
Please.
There we are. And you wanted to do it?
No, you do it. I'm just saying. You shouldn't complain about not doing it.
Yeah.
Like, excuse
No.
me.
Well, it was just
you.
he said, "Chat, open my beer."
So hey, what did you guys think of Logan when it came out?
I thought it was excellent.
Everybody
I
liked
thought it
it?
was
That's
cool.
pretty good.
I seen it in black and white.
It was
That
all I
cool.
wanted.
Oh, you saw the black and white one?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Really? Mm-hmm. Do you think it added or took anything away from it?
To be perfectly honest, it was the same. It was just in black and white.
Yeah.
Did they do the thing where they like accentuate some colors, like red or anything, or just purely black and white?
No, it's just
just
black and
real
white,
black
right?
and white.
Yeah, and they called it like
no
noir,
Sin City stuff.
even though it's not really a noir film.
Yeah.
like a-
Yeah, I think
No,
that's what
not
they
at
were.
all.
Because okay, so the one thing is seeing it in black and white, it does a little bit make you look at it just a teeny bit different. Maybe that's what they were going for, like the noir thing. But like, I seen the artist or whatever, and that like, okay, yeah, they made this in black and white. It's supposed to be in black and white. Logan, it just looks like someone's fucking TV is fucked up.
They
Like,
just thought, hey,
it felt the same. Like
we
I'm
can
surprised
run
you
this
saw
again.
the artist of all films.
I like movies.
No,
You like flashy stuff, and
Yeah,
the
you
artist is not flashy at all.
Lasers
it's like
and flipping.
it's like a musical dance type thing. I like dance.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Jeez, that movie's so good. Oh,
It's a
man.
good movie.
You watched an art film, you uncultured
so
monk.
you make fun of me at liking stuff like Sucker Punch or some of the shitty Terminators. But I mention all the time my favorite movie of all time is The Fifth Element, which is regarded to be one of the greatest sci-fi movies ever.
Yeah,
but you never.
It's a
you never give
flashy
me-
film, though. Like, it's got a lot of colors and stuff.
but it's still good.
Do you
course
care
it is.
for any Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah.
Of course, there's lots of action in most
That's
of
an
them.
action.
I don't know. There's a lot of them are dialogue.
No,
Have you watched Death Race?
I've watched all of the Death Races, even the straight to VOD and straight to Walmart DVD ones.
Really?
They're
Wow. I haven't
Yeah,
seen
they're
those.
garbage.
And-
See, that's
and-
what I think that you're into.
I can watch. Okay, but I can watch that, and then I can go watch The Artist, or I can go watch like Get
I don't
Out,
see it.
or I can go
I don't-
watch.
Yeah, but then you hate The Last of Us.
Oh, no.
No,
bringing that
don't
up.
fucking.
There's no signs around here.
I know,
It
and
is
we
the
have to
same
put one up.
cut and paste
Hey.
type of goddamn game.
No,
Wait,
It's the same cut and
derailing,
paste game.
derailing this.
Is
back
it not?
to
Nope.
back to what I was going to talk about.
They not cut and paste every
Torian.
third-person shooter ever.
Torian.
No.
Torian,
Just
hey,
let it
Torian,
go.
drink your beer. Thank you.
there was a sign in our old office that it said, it literally was hung up in our office. It said,
There's a
no
blueprint
Last
for
of
that,
Us.
and Unreal.
We're not allowed to talk about it because
And no
this
Sucker
guy.
Punch.
You click a
Yeah, and then
button,
Sucker Punch started going, and everybody started shitting on that, and Torian's like, it's the best movie ever,
click
which
a
got
button in
everyone real
Unreal,
pissed
you
off.
can make Last of Us.
So then we got a little clip.
And you know what Last of Us is kind of similar to? The relationship between Logan and X-23 and Logan, which
yeah.
brings me back to what I wanted to talk about,
yeah,
which
let's
is the
go.
new Mutants movie that might be coming out pretty
Good
soon.
job.
Thank you. So they're making Fox is making another X-Men movie, of course, because they don't
Yeah.
want Marvel to get the rights to that film's
Because it's
series
once
back.
every 5 years, right?
Yeah, at the very least. And it's New Mutants, which I don't know anything about, but apparently it's going to be a horror film.
Oh,
That's
That's what
interesting.
they're saying.
That's kinda
and
cool.
I'd like to take this moment. New Mutants, I think, would be funny because I was actually looking at doing it for a desk of the other day because New Mutants was the thing where they were like, oh, we need to kind of revitalize the series, and they introduced, I think, in one shot, New Mutants came out and they had 20 new characters they were trying to add into this franchise, right? So many of them are stupid. Like that's why I was looking at a desk of with it. Like there's one guy, I think it's. I can't. His name's like the lithograph or something.
The what?
The lithograph or something like that. All he does is he can just translate anything. Like it doesn't matter. He can
I mean,
just
that
translate.
seems very useful
Yeah, I
for
was
an
just about to say,
organization.
that's kinda cool.
I mean, back then maybe, but now when you have like cell phones and shit, like he's just kind of like worthless. Like
Bring up Google Translate.
Google Translate it.
yeah, like
He's
he's
like,
got
I'm
like,
here. We already got it.
Yeah.
Go back.
and it
go back
takes
to the
him a
hotel.
while too. It's not like at least in some instances. I think later on he's just like he understands all languages and all puzzles and stuff like that.
Just
but-
like automatically though. Like,
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's
pretty
better
much.
than like a Google.
yeah, but still, he can't like fight or anything.
Well, see, those types of heroes like Batman. Even though Batman has a shit ton of money, he still had to learn how to fight. Like,
Yeah, but
he just learns how to fight.
Yeah, but we need
Go
to
to assassin school.
No, I don't
X-Men-
care.
Most X-Men have powers that
Yeah.
assist in the fighting, and that's what's interesting about it.
Okay.
Well,
Right.
and it doesn't matter because, like, sure, you can be Batman, but this guy cannot learn to fight on the caliber of what is essentially like you
Like
can't
Rogue.
learn. You
Yeah.
can't be like, hey, dog, I'm gonna get this Taekwondo and beat the shit out of Storm. Like, no, like, his spin's just gonna be like zap. And you're like, it's over. There's nothing. You can't
Zap.
martial arts. You can't Taekwondo.
He like has he has the baddest,
Yeah.
the most badass hero shot and everything, and he's just like ready to go, and she just
Well,
fucking zaps
There's
him.
no like Quav McGraw, I'm gonna take her to the ground. Like, no, she's just gonna fly up and zap your dumb ass.
The thing about this
That's
New
all.
Mutants movie is the director has gone on record to say that, you know, maybe there's not going to be any fight scenes because there's no supervillains. There's not going to be a supervillain in the movie.
Oh, because they're the villains.
Because
So what, are they just gonna
What
like find a
Suicide
haunted
Squad.
house or
what it's
something?
probably going to be is one of the new mutants has a power that gets out of control and like starts killing off the other mutants. And they're like, oh no.
Holy shit.
Like,
If you would have told me this a year and a half ago, I would have thought it was a great idea. Now I'm just worried that they're going to try and run off of the wake that Legion left behind it. Because Legion did very similar thing and is super good.
I still need to finish that.
It is the jam. Through and through,
I'm only
that
like 3 or 4
Legion
episodes
is like the hits, straight up. So,
It's super interesting too because you can watch it and totally not realize it's an
Oh.
X-Men.
dude, yo, no, you
Is it better
any
than
clue.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Oh, hell yeah.
That
The
shit's
Legion
it's a very
is the-
different type of story.
Oh,
It is
very different. But
Sure.
the
probably
Legion,
taking a lot from that.
yeah, the Legion is the best anything comic book related TV series I've ever seen.
Oh, what? I thought The Flash
So-
was that. The Flash is really good.
Meh.
Okay.
Daredevil
Flash
season.
is very-
I think Daredevil season 1 was also a contender, and that was very good.
Yeah.
But the Legion is by far my favorite.
Okay.
And it is because it's a lot different. It does have its action moments. Like its action moments, like you'll love. I think the second episode, which is the first time there's like some real hardcore action.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the action
The
scene
escape
is.
or whatever?
Oh
Yeah,
man, that action scene is awesome. Like
As long as it's
there-
not Iron Fist.
No.
No, you don't have to worry about that at all.
You're
So-
hitting all of the buttons today, Torian.
All these trigger words that
all
we
the
have.
trigger words.
Just go watch Legion. It's on Hulu.
Okay, cool.
And it's only like 8 episodes long, even though they're like an hour long, but still.
No,
And
that's
it's
cool.
got a Jermaine from Flight of the Conchords. He's
There you
a
go.
great actor. I love
I've
that
been
guy.
watching
He's great
since
in
8,
everything.
so I'll get into that after I finish since 8, because since 8
How is
came
since
back.
8?
Since 8 is awesome.
Yeah, I might
There's a
watch
lot of 8-person,
Yeah.
we feel everything sex going on. But other than that, there's like cool
I'd get behind that.
sci-fi.
But
action.
like
You-
the new Mutant,
come on,
though,
you do it.
that is my worry that they're just gonna try and ride off on this Legion wave, whereas I think they did something unique, and it's good because it's unique.
Might. I mean, Fox
So-
is generally pretty good at giving these movies, like letting the directors take their own spin on it and making their own kind of thing. That's why all the movies feel so different from each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we had X-Men Apocalypse, which is like a goofy, campy, movie, juxtaposed right afterwards with Logan, which is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So this will be interesting to see.
Yeah,
So,
Logan was.
yeah. Another company which seems to be doing kind of the same thing but freaking out every so often is Warner Brothers with their DC films. And all their
Most
films
of
have
them
been
suck.
shit that they've been doing lately, even though they have been like very willing to give Zack Snyder kind of the reins, which is, commendable.
just
in and of
bailed,
itself.
right?
Well, he had to leave because of some family issues. So Joss Whedon is finishing up reshoots for Justice League 1. I mean, it's
Man,
just
they
reshoots.
straight
It's
up-
not gonna,
they,
like,
like-
affect
Yeah, I know.
Like, I just don't feel like, and I'm not a giant Joss Whedon fan by any measures.
I don't
Like,
think you gotta worry
I like
about that.
Buffy a lot, but still, it just seems weird that like Whedon is Snyder's B team. Like, I think it should just be the
I
other
think
way
it's
around.
more so because
Like, he was just the closest guy who already knew a lot of the content and was ready. Like,
Joss Whedon is very good at films that involve like an ensemble, and the Justice League is an ensemble film.
Yeah, I mean that's why he did the second Avengers, right?
And
Like,
all Snyder needed was basically somebody to manage that. He's more of a manager than a director because he's just doing reshoots. So that sounds like a
yeah,
good,
which is
good
fine, but you think they should have like if Whedon was available, they probably should have just been like Whedon, you want to do Justice League because Snyder. Like I know they gave him the reins, but I
Snyder
just don't
started
think-
that way before Batman v Superman came out.
Yeah, I just don't. Okay.
Speaking of which, we were out at we were picking out like decor for the baby room because my son is due any day now, and we were trying to decide on a theme. Now we ended up going with Star Wars, but before that, I was like,
Good choice.
I was trying to sneak in Marvel, because my son's gonna be named Logan too, so I was just like, eh.
Yeah.
So I was trying. I might have been a little bit too on the nose, but anyway, we're looking through and there's all these different like canvas pieces to put up, right? And they had some Star Wars stuff and they had some Marvel stuff, but then. So when we were still on the fence, April goes, well, what about this one? And she pulls up, and it's a portrait of Batman versus Superman. And I was just like, no. Like, not only is that not Marvel, but that is a representation of a
Do you think
god-awful
they'll have
movie.
a better time if they like did what some of the other franchises do and they have like separate directors take on like different movies? Like,
Well, that's what they've done.
Like Star Wars.
You mean for DC?
yeah.
Well, Wonder Woman. Have you guys seen Wonder Woman?
I haven't yet.
Not yet.
No,
I
I hear it's
hear
good.
good.
I'm the only one who's seen Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Okay.
I
saw
really
last
want
weekend.
to. It's just like with moving and everything. It's it's hard to.
It
get to
is good, and it's a
might
different
go see it
director.
today.
That's Patty Jenkins.
Okay.
Which is a big deal because
Patty Jenkins.
It's the first female-directed, female-led superhero film of the modern era. I mean, we had like Catwoman and Elektra,
Which was the best movie ever.
but yeah, those movies shouldn't even count.
She turned into a cat.
Just toss them off. Toss them
Why
off
would
the
she do
desk.
that?
Like you don't need those movies.
What does that mean?
Like just get rid of them.
Those are
so
some hot garbage. Like, I mean,
Wonder Woman, I saw it. It's pretty good. Like it's got a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes at the time we're filming this.
Wow.
Like I don't know if it really
Pretty dope.
deserves that. Well,
My
after I
fear
saw
is
it,
that
it's-
everything's in slow motion. Is that the case?
There is a lot of slow motion action. Shit.
Do you think it's also because it's just the fact that they're just like DC didn't make a piece of
Oh,
shit?
that's definitely
Like,
part of it. A lot of I think the reviews are coming in. I think people are very surprised by
Yeah,
how good this
probably,
is.
yeah.
It is a very. I'm not going to get into spoilers or anything like that because you guys haven't seen it, and some of you guys might not have seen it. But I will say it's a very like straightforward, almost blunt kind of movie. There's a couple twists, but they're really easy to see coming.
yeah.
Okay.
Is it a very origin story movie?
It's an origin story movie.
I don't like origin
I'll get to
stories.
that. It's very straightforward and blunt. Well, okay, just moving to the origin story thing. The problem with a lot of origin story films, like like Captain America,
Right.
is that the story takes up like the first 2/3 of the movie, and then
Yeah.
it ends, and then something else happens, which is just
Yeah.
like fluff. Like Captain America, his story ends when he rescues those POWs that become the Howling Commandos. And then there's just this fluff at the end where it's like, oh, I guess he's got to fight Red Skull, and Bucky's got to fall off the cliff. Like, that has to happen because that leads to the next
Right,
movie or
right.
whatever. Wonder Woman doesn't do that. The origin story does take up the entire film, and it's more like, it's less about Wonder Woman like becoming Wonder Woman and more about her going into the world. It takes place during World War I.
Right.
Coming into the world and learning what the world is like. She's very like naive and stuff, which Gal Gadot does really good with. I didn't really like her trying to be that like in Batman v Superman, she was very like proper and like, I am a rich businesswoman and I know things. And
I know what you're doing,
didn't-
Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
yeah, I didn't think
Don't
she pulled
touch
that
me
off very
there.
well. But she pulls off the almost kind of reminded me of Goku from the original Dragon Ball, where he just wanders into a situation and he's like, I'm here to
hey,
help
guys.
people.
Yeah, right.
But I don't understand what's going on, but I want to help you.
Right.
And that's what happens in Wonder Woman. It actually feels very like, I've seen a couple people mention that this is the first time in a long while where a superhero feels like a superhero.
Cool.
Because she's legitimately there to just help people, and she doesn't give a fucking damn about what's going on around
Yeah,
it.
her ulterior motive is
Yeah.
she shouldn't have one. She's
That's
just like,
awesome.
I'm here to help.
Whereas all the recent Marvel movies, they're all kind of assholes.
Yeah.
Which is fun. Like
Well,
the first
and they're all,
Iron Man movie's
like-
fun, but
Like, I mean, I'm all about let's show this like humanistic struggle of the superhero and like all this weight that's on their shoulders.
it's been
and
done to
shit.
death.
And, like, yeah, it's like I'm there, but that's kind of why Logan was perfect and they did it well because they took it on that level. But I don't think you can really do that shit with Superman and
well, they tried.
yeah, they tried.
Yeah.
It's like,
Failed.
you can't really do that shit and. Like, it's just so, I just don't get the woe is me for Superman at all. Or for, like, any
Yeah.
superhero. Because, like, I assume the way you're
Except
putting
for
it,
maybe Batman.
there's no, well, with Batman, sure.
Exactly,
Batman
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. Dead parents, yada, yada. Superman, dead parents, whatever.
but he's still a more positive figure.
Yeah, like, I would be like, oh, I lost my parents. Oh, wait, I'm an immortal badass. Like, fuck, let's go fly. Like, you know, it's like, I'm done with it. Like, how can you be fucking sad when you're flying? Like, that's dope. Flying's gangster. Like, you know, it's
Or
like,
also-
shooting laser beams from
it's
your
like
eyes.
you could like my parents could die. I'd be so distraught. But if like 3 days later you roll up with jet ski, I'd still smile. Like it's not that hard. Like I'm still gonna be sad and shit.
You
But
roll up on a jet ski. Sam, your parents just died. Yeah. But I got this sick
All right,
ass
I know
jet
how to.
ski.
Guys, if Sam's ever down in the dumps, like, you know, we'll just
Get him a jet ski.
like that's the
Rent him
thing.
a jet
I
ski
don't even
for a
like the
weekend.
water and shit. Like I'm out, but jet skis are dope. Like that's just how it is, you know. So it's just.
You want like the standing ones?
Yeah,
I don't even
and-
know if they do anymore.
Oh, the ski-doos, I believe.
No, Sea-Doos are the sit-down
Sea-Doos,
ones.
oh.
Jet skis are the old ones where you stood
Yeah, no,
up.
I'm down with that. But
Yeah.
anyways, what it sounds like though is also, like Wonder Woman doesn't have any of that. Woe is me. She's just like, oh no, I'm good. I'm just here to help. Like she's not worried
Yeah,
about
she's not very
Yeah.
angsty in the
some sort of like, oh no.
There's a
me,
little bit of
my life.
because the film is very much about her finding out that the world is not black and white. And
Yeah.
so as she realizes that, she gets a little sad about it. It's not like a happy-go-lucky film. It's
Well,
still
which is
very much
fine.
set in the Zack Snyder verse, where it's like kind of
Yeah.
drab and gray and a little depressing.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that.
But
Yeah, that's
she
cool.
herself is not that, which is
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
So yeah, I definitely recommend watching if you haven't. And it's been doing really well in the box office right now. It actually got 100 million domestically this opening
alright,
weekend,
cool.
which is
Yeah.
I think one of the best openings for a,
Yeah.
a female director ever.
Awesome. No, it did. It set a record. This is the biggest
Yeah,
opening
and
for a female director.
it's gotten
which is great. I feel
223 million globally in
Awesome.
the first weekend, which is crazy. Like, it's in comparison, it cost 100. What did I have? I think 160 million to make, and double that for marketing or whatever. Batman v Superman was like 300,
yeah.
and it's projected to match that in terms of how much it makes at the box
do you
office.
think
It's
was
very
it
cool.
Gal what's her name?
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot, good name. Do you think she'll be able to like maintain this character well?
I don't know. I'll be interested to see how she does.
See
in
how
Justice
this
League.
looks. Yeah, the Justice
I
League
think
writing is.
just based on what I've seen with Gal Gadot, she seems to have kind of a limited range of what she can do on camera.
Yeah.
She's fine in this film. She does a great job. But I didn't like her in Batman v Superman. I like the
Yeah.
character. I like what she did in Batman v Superman. But I didn't think she really.
I don't
did
like
too
her as
well.
an actress.
Which
I've
one
seen
did-
her in other stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah, I haven't
eh.
really seen anything.
What did they start filming first?
Batman v Superman. And ooh, I
And
don't know.
but was Justice League before that? And then that's kind of why, like, I'm wondering if her character in Batman v Superman was
More Justice
positioned the
League?
way it was because of her character in Justice League, or because they kind of like wanted to give you a mirror to her in World War I for the movie.
Maybe, yeah. I think it's more. There's a big disconnect in the film because it's like it starts with, this isn't a spoiler, but it starts with her in the modern day. She gets a thing and it reminds her of her past, and then the whole film is basically a flashback to her past, which is a very, very big disconnect from the world that Zack Snyder's built.
Okay.
So it doesn't really, like, it's hard to compare in that way. But in general, it's really good, and I'm excited to see what else they do. Maybe Justice League will be good. This gives me a little bit of hope.
I know, right?
It's like maybe this is gonna come together.
Yeah.
You know, Marvel started with Hulk, and that wasn't great. And then they had Iron Man, which was good.
Wasn't great.
So maybe it's kind of a similar thing where they're gonna find their footing. It's just gonna take much longer.
Yeah.
Do you think? I mean, I know you already mentioned it too, but like that is a little bit of the reason for applause and praise of this movie is because it's their first time, like kind of.
Look,
it's like the
DC
first
did a
time.
thing.
I think it's overlauded a bit by, like, DC's finally got a good movie on their hands. Also, it's the fact that it's been a little politicized being like a female superhero film.
Yeah, which
female directed.
In parts, it
great.
should be and shouldn't be on equal parts. Like, it's
and
great to have that.
It's important to mention this is really impressive because Warner Brothers did not do a whole lot of marketing for it.
Yeah.
Probably
Which is
a lot of
weird,
people are
really
complaining
weird.
about it, but I think they did it because of the whole fiasco with Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters had this whole
that's
marketing
bullshit.
plan. I think they did because it created this
I mean,
whole
that makes
feminist
sense.
like
Ghostbusters' whole
That's like-
marketing was
that's the
like,
thing,
we're
that's-
women now, and not
That's
men.
why I say it shouldn't be lauded for that, is because like it's great that it is, but it just sucks that it has to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it shouldn't fucking matter. It's like, duh, oh wow, women can
I
make
think-
good movies.
yeah.
Fucking duh.
I
Like,
think Warner Brothers was trying to make it as less
that makes
politicized than
sense.
it could be. Just
They
because
don't,
of that.
yeah, because even if the movie I still haven't seen it, but even if I go see it and agree that it is good or don't like it, whatever it matters, they should never have started with like, check out the feminist romp of this year. Like that would have been stupid marketing.
Although
so.
speaking of Ghostbusters, real quick, I just want to mention, in a single weekend, it's almost made as much as Ghostbusters made in its entire run.
Wonderful.
Which is
I still haven't seen it. I don't know.
yeah, Ghostbusters is bad.
I guess I'll watch it,
Ghostbusters? Yeah.
maybe.
It's
when
exactly.
He's talking about Ghostbusters,
It's
not Wonder
just think carefully of what it could be.
I feel like that'll hurt me.
It's exactly what you think it
It's
is.
exactly what you think it is. So.
But and one last thing about Gal Gadot, a little tidbit. We got an image for this. She's actually challenged a certain other superhero to a fight. It's a video, so I don't really have it. But she says they asked who would win, Wonder Woman or Thor, and I think it's Wonder Woman. Don't you, Chris? She challenged Chris Hemsworth, the actor of
plays
Thor,
Thor.
to a fight, and Chris responded.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I always knew. Let's see.
I think she'd kick Thor's ass.
Oh, wow.
So they both think
we
that
should collide
Wonder
worlds.
Woman-
Hold on, did this turn into their own little sex chat?
Oh,
I
didn't
you're a smart
go
guy,
that.
but I think it's worth a fight. We should collide worlds. I mean, if I had
I didn't take it there, but you are a married man, so I don't know why I
whatever.
would trust you.
Look, if two, what's the slang for when two superheroes want to bang? Like, that just doesn't do it justice.
Super
Like, I feel
bang.
like you want to collide worlds.
Super
like
bang.
that's what
Super
will do it.
sex. Power sex.
Wow, Torian's
Awesome
thought about
sex.
this. He's ready.
Speed sex.
Can't-
God sex.
you don't want speed sex. I don't think there's a very
yeah.
specific right before
Ethereal
work. Maybe.
banging.
No, they're not ethereal.
we got to move along. I just wanted to point out that we've got the ultimate death battle suggestion now.
That's pretty interesting,
I
Ben.
mean-
if only that's a match that we might have talked about.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Potentially.
Who knows? Possibly
You guys
in the
are
future.
That's secret
Garbage at
document.
this.
Yeah, it's just like.
All right, we got some questions. As always, you can send questions to us using the hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter, and we answer them right here at the end of every single show. I believe we have 3 to discuss today.
Probably.
Let's go ahead and bring one up.
Thanks a lot. Is the result of a death battle usually decided before or after a fight is publicly announced?
Is
There's
there
some-
result?
there's
Doesn't it like depend?
Well, there's some give and take, because sometimes a writer will do 2 in a row, and that means that he's kind of not like behind, but he's in a position where whenever the episode you're seeing, we're usually running probably, what we're talking about here on the cast is probably 3 weeks behind what we're actually researching and writing. So like, I'm done next week with the fight you don't know about.
Basically.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
and I mean, before we announce it, so in that case, yes, we will announce it, and the winner's already determined for that. But like in Nick's case right now, Nick is doing 2 in a row, so he will start. The fight
Yeah, but
will
they
be
haven't been
announced.
announced.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
here's the
but
thing.
once they announce that second one, he'll have a really good idea. Sometimes we're still in discussion, but 99% of the time
In a less
have it made.
confusing answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
In a less confusing answer, we have to have the fight. The fight animation takes more than 3 weeks, and there's 3 weeks between
Yeah.
each episode. We announce an episode 3 weeks before it airs. Fight animation takes more than 3 weeks. We need more than 3 weeks to actually animate. We need a winner decided before we animate. So yes, we
Yeah.
decide the winner well before we announce it.
Yeah, at the same time, we're always considering like all
Yeah.
research, and so even though we're like,
90% of the time-
this is the winner, this is the way it's
There
gonna
have
go.
been 1 or 2 where
Only,
we've
like,
changed
right.
the victor after it's
Well,
been announced.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, we will have it to where, like, in case we need to, because we're not totally so sure, maybe we can change the fight, like the end of it. We'll give them like 90% up until the last minute of it, but 90% of the time we know. Just once in a while, there's a thing where just like because most of all we want to be right, so we make sure we don't close ourselves into a box. Where
Right, we never are just like, well, the animation's already going, so that's what it's
Yeah,
gonna be. No,
we
never, ever.
We
The answer
delay
is
stuff.
yes. Like, we're spending
yes.
way too much time on this question.
Fine.
Move on to the next question.
All right, Jack Sodas, question. Yep, got that. Would you rather have super speed without super reflexes, or super reflexes without super speed? Oh,
my
definitely super
God.
reflexes without super speed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
otherwise you would just try
Just run
running,
into everything.
smash into something, and kill yourself. Unless you have super durability with it.
I'm gonna take the super speed.
Of course you would.
I'm gonna take the super speed.
Dude, you
I'm
think
outta there.
Without the,
I'm outta
You don't
there.
have the reflexes. You'll be hitting everything. You'll like.
How can you
You'll
have
explode
super speed
yourself.
without super reflexes? That
But-
makes no sense.
But here's my thing.
That's his
I
world.
was about to be super reflexes with you. Now, after mild thinking, I'm super speed. Cause I'm gonna join MLB and I'm gonna throw them pitches like 3,000. I'm gonna
go to.
Pow!
I'ma
And
go
then it's
through
like
the-
I'm gonna
You gonna be
strike out.
rookie of the year?
I'm gonna
go
have
to the
100 fucking like
Olympics,
every single game. Yeah, it
triathlons.
don't matter.
You know
Don't
what I'm
matter.
saying? We just-
I'm gonna
we're
make
just
money
schooling
today.
everybody.
What you got? Like somebody throw a beer at you, you can be like catch.
I
That's
would
all you
just
got.
all you
destroy
got.
juggling.
That's super reflexes.
Yeah, super reflexes is that. That's
juggling.
what I'm saying. That's what he can do. I can make millions.
Yeah.
He can catch
Run
beers.
fast.
I bet I'd be
swim
pretty
fast,
sweet at parkour.
Jump fast.
Why would reflexes
Sleep
help
fast. Sex fast.
You're right, it's just
that? You plan
reflexes.
out.
Ooh,
Plan
I can
out.
catch bullets.
No, you don't have
No, you
super
can't.
speed.
Yeah,
Your
you-
arms still
it's
can't
super
physically
reflexes.
move that
Super
fast.
reflexes?
Yes,
That's
you
what-
can react to things, but can your body still move fast enough to
That's
do
a good
it?
point.
I don't know.
I can catch bullets. I might not see it coming. I gotta guess.
Here's a
We
gunshot.
can't.
He's like,
Yeah.
There you go.
Got it.
And I'm gonna catch it.
And you can't catch a bullet, like it'll just go through your fucking hand and hit
Yeah,
your face.
right.
Like, I mean, it's not gonna be that special. But
All right.
I can
we're
run
gonna
faster
crush
than
it,
a bullet, though.
Right.
Well, let's get to the
Super
last
speed.
question.
because of money.
Some money. Go pop. All right. If you could ride a dinosaur, if you could ride a dinosaur, which one would you ride?
Oh my God.
Fucking
I mean,
Stegosaurus.
I think.
How would you even
let's get these fucking answers out really
Do you ever
quick.
think Torian just like he always has an answer like instantly? Like I feel like
Well, how
he
would
sits
you-
around and he's thought about this
Oh,
stuff
he's
before.
had-
How would you sit on
thoughts, yeah.
Stegosaurus? They got like the spine thing going on. You'd have to
you-
fit in
You
between
gotta
the dorsal
sit in between-
fins.
You gotta sit in between the spines,
Also,
man.
It's not like this is
like
the
a
thing.
saddle.
Yeah,
you just
we're
hold on
gonna-
to one spine, got the other spine
I would go with
behind you.
Triceratops.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got that
He's
big
got
thing.
this-
You sit right
this
behind his
man-
neck, have the thing to hold on
Once
to.
you get a leather saddle, he's got lumbar support. Like in the back spine, he's just chilling. Also, sorry, what is yours?
Triceratops, because then he's got the big frill in front and the horns.
Mastodon doesn't count, but I was thinking
Wow.
about that. But if Power Rangers has anything to say, Mastodon counts as a.
I thought about this
That's
before.
not-
Big old elephant is your pick? You can sit on a big old elephant like in today.
It's a big woolly one, so I'd be warm.
Yeah.
Sure.
You just hold on to his hairs. But I didn't think about this because I was watching the Flintstones, and you like Fred's like.
Oh, shit,
he
pterodactyl.
fights
That was mine. Yeah,
fucking
pterodactyl.
dinosaur, and I'm like,
because it can
man,
fucking fly.
dinosaurs must be easy to ride.
You mean a
That
brontosaurus?
Is the brontosaurus? I didn't say pterodactyl.
I'm sure there's a big pterodactyl in
Brontosaurus.
dinosaur worlds. There's probably a giant bird thing.
Stegosaurus, ramming.
All right, we need to wrap up with a community death battle to give them.
What was it? Crimson Chin?
Crimson Chin.
Powder Toast Man.
No, I don't think
Versus
people.
Superman.
There's a fuck ton of Fairly Odd Parents. I don't know about the.
Problem with Superman is the same problem we ran into with Goku vs. Superman. He can just fly to whatever sun he
Yeah.
wants and power up.
Let's do Crimson Chin versus like a serious hero that's not fucking Superman. Because he can.
Powdered toast.
It's not serious.
What's another like daytime cartoon shows like superhero version? Like Quail Man.
Oh, we
or
already did
something,
Captain
you know.
Planet.
Yeah,
Didn't we?
Captain
Did we-
Planet.
We already did
We can
Captain
do it
Planet.
again, whatever.
The Tick.
Somebody mentioned
I got
Crimson
Whisper.
Chin v. the Tick.
Yeah, that's cool.
At first, I
think
thought
that's-
he
that
said
you, Austin?
Dick, and I
Yeah,
was like, that's
You are
not
very dark
funny.
over there in the studio.
He's like
Crimson Chin versus the Tick.
Just a dick. I thought he just said a dick, and I was like,
Chin versus
no.
a
his
dick?
big chin
No,
versus
the
a dick.
Tick. Yeah. Crimson Chin versus the Tick.
Okay, that's
He's got a good resting
remember
area
the Tick?
going on. That's
Big
for sure.
chin versus dick.
I've actually gotten a lot of requests for the Tick for Death Battle. I've seen that quite a bit.
Yeah.
What is his
So-
powers?
He's super strong.
Everyone's
Super
fucking
durable.
super strong, except Scarlett Johansson. Everyone is super strong. Every time you say superhero, super strong.
They gotta be.
Like, what
Or
are your
just
powers?
compete.
Super strong.
He has a sidekick. I think his name's Arthur, who's a moth,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
and he flies
All right.
with his moth.
Okay, so that's what is it? What are we doing?
Crimson Chin from Fairly Odd Parents versus the Tick, which was a thing.
So if you know anything about those
It's a thing
fuckers,
again. They have an Amazon series coming
Yeah.
out.
Nice.
sure, that's what we're doing. Okay,
why not?
thanks for joining us for another.
Use the hashtag Death Battle Cast. Your
Yes,
answer.
that's that part.
And where are these
Look at
people?
that. Yeah, that's our
We're
names.
us.
Look
And
at
this is
that
our
shit.
new set.
Names.
And there's
Not,
those
not
people.
yet. This is our temporary set.
I like
Thanks to
this
Brock.
set.
All
You
right,
can't call them those people, Chad.
I gotta wrap this show up, guys. Calm down.
Good fucking luck, Ben.
The chin.
Thanks to the broadcast team from Rooster Teeth for helping us
Thank
out
you.
for our very first
A
show
round
here.
of applause for you guys.
Really appreciate it. Again, this is our temporary set. We're getting a new set built. It's going to be super exciting. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Death Battle Cast. We will be doing this every Friday live and on the weekends on YouTube. What is happening over here? Just calm down,
close
everybody.
out.
What the fuck?
Okay, see you guys.
Bye.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.